Have you or your business ever had any questions about the Consumer Guarantees Act? Well, today we're here to inform you about whether or not it applies to you, what you're obliged to do under the Act, and consequences if you don't follow the Act. So first of all, what is a consumer? Well, according to the Consumer Guarantees Act 1993, Section 2, a consumer is any person who acquires products or services that are ordinarily for personal, domestic, or household use or consumption from a supplier. It should be noted here that ordinary use may change over time. For example, as technology becomes more affordable, items may become more commonly used for personal use. So exceptions to this is when goods or services are acquired and then resupplied in trade, or they are consumed in the course of production or manufacture, or they are used to repair or treat fixtures on land. So who does the CGA apply to? Well, the CGA applies to suppliers and manufacturers. So manufacturer is a person that is in the business of assembling, producing, or processing goods. It should be noted that if the manufacturer is not located in New Zealand, then the Consumer Guarantees Act also applies to the importers. A supplier, on the other hand, is a person in trade who supplies goods or services to a consumer. To be in trade means any trade, business, industry, profession, occupation, activity of commerce, or undertaking relating to the supply and acquisition of goods or services.
So customer guarantees for services include services carried out with reasonable care and skill. Reasonable skill is about applying technical knowledge needed for that type of services, and reasonable care is about doing the job properly. The service must be fit for a particular purpose requested by the consumer, and once the service provider has accepted the job, they must do what the consumer wanted them to do. If the provider can't guarantee the desired result, they have to inform the consumer before they start the job. Services will need to be carried out within a reasonable time frame if the two parties did not agree on a time of completion. Reasonable time is judged on the time it takes a competent person who does such services to complete the task. Thus, the services will be charged reasonably if the price was not set before. Guarantees for supplies of goods include acceptable quality in appearance and finish, free from minor defects, and that they are safe and durable. Provided that the nature or the product of the goods, the price paid, information about the products or how the products were supplied are deemed acceptable by a reasonable consumer. They must also be fit for their normal purposes that the consumers asked the trader about, or what the trader informed the products were suitable for. They must also match the description, the sample, and the demonstration model that were shown on the catalog, the online website, or on the packaging of the products. And of course, the products must be at a reasonable price, and that there are spare parts and repair facilities available in case of a faulty product.
When the consumers are unsatisfied with your business goods or services, they have certain rights that you must respect. If the consumers are unhappy with the goods you purchased, they first have to offer you an opportunity to fix it. If the goods cannot be fixed or is deemed a failure of substantial character, the consumers have a right to ask for either a refund or replacement and any subsequent loss that is foreseeable. A failure of substantial character means that a consumer won't have purchased the item knowing that it had those failures. Failures such as the goods not matching the description and fit for the common purpose, or a purpose that's known to the supplier. Consumers can also claim against the manufacturers for damages regarding similar issues such as unacceptable quality, inaccurate items, or repairs or parts. As for unsatisfactory services, it goes through a similar process in which the consumer has to give the supplier a chance to remedy the failures. If the business fails to fulfill or refuse or neglect the request, the consumers can go to another business and seek for remedy, and all the costs incurred will be covered by our original business. or the contract between the business and the consumer may be cancelled.
Contracting out of the CGA. If a business provides products or services that are usually for personal household use or for other businesses, CGA requirements typically apply, but you may be able to contract out of this particular law. But when you contract out, it states the business or entity does not have to comply with the specific act, because there are catches to this. A business or entity can only contract out of the CGA if a business is dealing with another business or person in trade. Both businesses or entities have to agree that this law will not apply to their particular situation. An agreement has to be written and not verbally implemented, and the current circumstances have to be fair and reasonable for each party in order to be complied with. There are certain phrases and words or sentences that give you a hint on how companies and businesses contract out of the CGA. It is a condition of sale that the Consumer Guarantees Act 1993 will not apply to any goods or services acquired for business purposes, or no other warranties, either expressed or implied by law, are made with respect to these products. In addition to the practical consequences of the CGA, would be the penalties applied when attempting to contract out of the CGA, which is $200,000 for individuals and $600,000 for companies. If the CGA is not followed, it is likely for the business to be sued, resulting in paying out legal fees and damages. Extending to businesses as a whole, the business operational policies and systems must be aligned with the Act to offer the proper remedies. It will require them to design products that are of acceptable quality and fit for the purpose. This would give businesses more guidelines when creating campaigns to make sure that these descriptions match the products. This enables your business to satisfy customers and create and maintain strong customer relationships in order to assist growth.